Hi, my name is Josh. I'm short, I weigh 130 pounds when I'm soaking wet, I'm flat broke, I suck at sports, but when it comes to women, I'm a complete badass. And here's why. I learned the things to say, the way to act, and the right timing for everything I do that makes women uncontrollably gravitate toward me. In this video, I'm going to show you a technique to give you the same ability to be a complete badass with women. The kind of badass that women actually approach in bars. The kind of badass that gets a smile every time he talks to a girl. The kind of badass that the hot chicks wink at when their boyfriends' backs are turned. Even if you're not rich, tall, muscular, or good at sports. It sound impossible? Well, let me prove it. This is me on the Today Show. That was a pretty fun show for me. I had a good time there on this one. They interviewed me because I landed a show on Sirius XM radio teaching guys how to be the badass that gets the girl every time. This is me on that radio show. This is me in a piece that aired on Current TV. This actual piece here became the #1 rated show on Current TV, which was really cool for me, I think, at the time. Why are so many people interested in interviewing me? Well, it's because I have a system that I followed that turned me from a normal, sort of lovable loser into a complete badass with women. Nobody was interested in talking to this guy. I was a hopeless case with women. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Women would tell me I was cute, and then they would leave me for some jock that night that was walking around kind of being a dick. Actually, the only difference between this guy and this guy is that I've obviously lost some hair since then. And that this guy, the guy that women actually approach in a crowded bar, knows the secrets to not just being good with women, but the skills to be a complete badass with women. What is a badass? Well, imagine this. You walk up to a crowded bar with a line down the street to get in. You walk right past the line, and the bouncer looks up and he sees you and says, "Hey man, come right in." You walk in and you hear the dudes in line complaining as you go in. As soon as you walk in the door, the cocktail waitresses all walk up to you and say hello. They beg you to sit in their section and drink. And hey, you wouldn't want to disappoint them. On your way to sit down, the DJ smiles and gives you a high five. The done-up, sexy bartender chicks are all waving. Every single woman in the club is now staring at you and thinking, who is that guy? Believe it or not, this doesn't happen by chance. Badasses are just treated like this because they know exactly what to say to make all women want them and all men want to be them. But being a badass isn't something you're born with. Being a badass with women is a learned skill. I learned it, and you're going to learn it too. Let me teach you a powerful little technique that will give you instant success with women and will have your friends begging you to teach them too. You might have noticed that some women, especially the really hot ones, seem kind of demanding when you talk to them. They say things like, "Are you going to buy me a drink?" And "Wait here while I go to the bathroom." It's almost like they expect you to do whatever they say. Well, the truth is that they don't actually expect you to do these things. In fact, they're hoping that you don't do them. These are tests. Women throw out all sorts of tests that 95% of men never even notice. And guess who ends up going home with the hottest women in the clubs? That top 5% of men who can recognize all of the little tests that women throw at them. But why do women test? The truth is that they actually need to. Women gauge whether or not you're an attractive guy not by your looks, or your clothes, or your wallet, but by your ability to prove to them that you are absolutely used to hot women hitting on you. So they throw out these little tests to see whether or not you're the real deal. Or if you're faking it to try to trick them into hooking up with you. And take it from me, they're damn good at telling whether or not you're faking it. Well, here's something that you can say that will completely flip her test on its head and get her trying to impress you instead. You'll see the difference immediately after you do this. It's called adding your terms. Women are basically asking you to do these little things for them to see if they can get you to do anything they want. If you do whatever they say, they'll keep on asking you to do things for them. And before you know it, you're doing everything that she says, and she's referring to you as her ATM when you're not around. Ouch. So instead of jumping at the chance to buy them a drink so you can spend 12 minutes sitting next to them while they pretend to pay attention to you at the bar, when she asks you to buy her a drink, say, "You know what? I'll play a game with you, and if you win, I'll buy you a drink, and if you lose, you have to buy me a drink instead. Sound good?" She'll be intrigued, I promise, and when she says yes, say this. "Okay, I'm going to say 3 words to you, and all I want you to do is repeat each word back to me exactly as I say it. If you say all 3 words right, I'll buy you a drink, but if not, you have to buy me one." Some people who don't speak English as a first language have a harder time with this one. Just say, "Okay," then say this. "Okay, starting now." Rhinoceros. She'll repeat the word perfectly, of course. Next. Hippopotamus. She'll repeat the word perfectly again, but this time, as she's repeating the word, you shake your head and say, "Wrong." If you did it right, she'll say something like, "What? No way, I said it right." "What do you mean I said it wrong? How are you supposed to say it?" Then say, "No, the 3rd word was wrong. I'll take a Guinness," and smile. Now, if you lose here and they get the 3rd word right, then you can buy them a drink. The reason why is because you already have the upper hand as soon as they agree to play the game. Let me explain. What you're doing is you're turning the tables on them. They were originally trying to get you to do something for them. They wanted to see if you would buy them something just because they asked for it. Guys who are used to being hit on by very attractive women don't just run to a bar to get them a drink. They automatically ask, "Well, why should I buy you a drink? I mean, what makes you so special?" So by not jumping at the opportunity to buy them whatever they want, you're showing them that you're used to talking to women that are as attractive as, or maybe even more attractive than, they are. And when you ask them to play the game with you, you're actually getting them to jump through your hoops to do what you want them to do. You'll win this game 8 out of 10 times too, and you'll get a free drink and a phone number out of it. But these kind of tests are just one of the many tests that women will throw at you. And to make things more complicated, you'll have to know whether or not you're in the stage of attraction, rapport, or seduction, and you'll have to know exactly how to touch her, and you'll need to know how to use your body language to show her you're a confident and powerful guy. And if you know how to do all these things, you'll be the one that ends up hanging out with her later. I learned all these things piece by piece, and I put them together in The Tao of Badass. The Tao of Badass is a downloadable book that has every single thing I've learned that has significantly skyrocketed my success with women, and everything I've taught to thousands of students in the field that made attraction all click once they saw it working. Here's some of the things you're going to learn. How not doing one little thing at the perfect time will catapult you into the friend zone and completely vaporize any chance you have of being anything more than friends, and exactly how not to let that happen. The 10 undeniable ways you can know for sure that a woman is attracted to you regardless of what she says. The one little tweak that you can make that will naturally show women that you are the confident and attractive man they've been looking for. How to see the 3 different rapport types and choose the right one that will automatically have her thinking, "This guy is different." Why attempts to show women that you are a sensitive guy are absolutely killing your chances with them. The one thing about the way you sit that will instantly turn every woman off, and exactly how to make sure you never do it. The one tweak in the way you walk that will turn the heads of every woman you walk by and instantly double the amount of women you have in your life. How I tricked myself into having the world's most rock-solid belief that I was hot, and how it catapulted me to rock star levels of success with women, and how you can do it too. The 5 mind hacks and how you can use them to hack your brain to make women uncontrollably wanting you. The secret difference between positive body language and dominant body language, and how confusing them even once will cause you to get rejected immediately. How to recognize beforehand if you're about to do something miscalibrated and creepy, and what you can do to erase that from your natural behavior. The 10 biggest and most common show-stopping mistakes that will cause a woman to turn cold to you, even if you only do one of them once. The one sentence you can say that will turn all the loud douchebags in a bar into your own personal bodyguards instead of having to compete with them for women, and tons more. When you buy the Tao of Badass, you'll also automatically get 4 bonus reports. Monogamy versus polyamory. A guide to dating multiple women at the same time without lying, tricking them, cheating, and a secret way to eliminate jealousy altogether. Never get cheated on. Have you ever been cheated on? Well, if you haven't, I can tell you that the more women you date, the higher your chances will be of being cheated on. If you have, then I'm sorry, man. It's a really hard thing to go through. But this handy little guide will teach you the secret mindset that will make you look like the only guy who exists in the world to the women you're dating. You'll never have to picture her with another man and feel the pain of being lied to again. Escaping the friend zone. If you've ever been trapped in the friend zone and you wanted to be more than friends, but you didn't know how, this report will teach you the advanced techniques needed to make sure that never happens and how to get out of it if it does. Guide to breaking up. As you go on your journey to learn the secrets of attracting hotter women, you'll have to end relationships with women that you'll care about a lot because at the end of the day, you'll probably only be able to choose one of them. When the time comes, if you don't know the exact steps to do in the right order, you'll cause a tornado of pain and suffering to those women and to the paint job on your car. This guide will get you through the process of breaking up that will leave you in control, happy, and staying friends with her afterwards. At the end of the day, reading the Tao of Badass is going to get you far, real far. But in order to make sure you stay on the right track, you'll want other people to talk to, weekly tips and tricks to try out, exclusive videos, interviews with other badass experts, and direct contact and advice straight from me. Luckily, I've thought of that already and I've got you covered. When you buy the Tao of Badass, you'll automatically get access to a world of extra content and coaching called the Tao of Badass Closed Door Members Area. You'll get a new private training video from me personally every few days. You'll get to comment and see my responses to any questions you have. And you'll get ongoing step-by-step techniques and lessons that I personally use when attracting women. It's all yours for the taking. I try it out for a month, and if you like it, keep learning and stay subscribed for only $17 a month. And if you decide not to continue, then you can cancel anytime you like with no hassle or bother, and you can keep the first month's worth of content for free. If you don't want to subscribe, then you can just opt out on the next page when you buy the book. It's that simple. I don't know about you, but for me, this is the most important thing I could ever learn how to do. It's important because even if I have millions of dollars, a bodybuilder's strength, and massive amounts of respect from other men, it's all meaningless if I don't have the woman of my dreams to share it with. That's why I'm going to offer you something special right now. If you order from this page right now, I'll also give you instant access to over 6 hours of training and my personal thoughts on what will make you a badass with women in the author's unabridged audio commentary. Want to sit in on one of my private seminars? When you buy the Tao of Badass, you'll get all the bonuses I've told you about, plus the first DVD of my Hacking Attraction course, which is 90 minutes long, where I teach only a select few students my advanced curriculum on how to recognize and play to their strengths with women. And if you've had problems in the past using other techniques, then this is what you've been searching for. Now, if you go to the website for the Tao of Badass, you'll see that everyone else pays $67 just for the Tao of Badass and the bonus books. But you've sort of found a loophole past that price. If you buy right now from this page, you can get the Tao of Badass, the 4 bonus books, the author's unabridged audio commentary, a membership to the Tao of Badass Closed Door Members Area, and the first DVD of the live Hacking Attraction course, all for just $37. The secrets that I've discovered in the Tao of Badass will transform you into the badass that gets the girl. It's done it for me and thousands of my students and readers, and it comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if for any reason you feel like you're not 100% satisfied, email me and I'll reverse the charge on your card immediately. Well, there you go. You have nothing to lose and only badass skills to gain. Click the Add to Cart button now and let me teach you what 99.6% of men around the world will never know about how women think and how to create that spark of curiosity that drives women crazy over you.